are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Samson article, quote, Jordan, Baghdad supplied Yemen with 3.4 million barrels of oil at a preferential price. Quote, the official Jordanian news agency Petra reported that about 3.4 million barrels of Iraqi oil had arrived in the kingdom as of Tuesday, according to a Jordanian-Iraqi agreement to buy oil at a preferential price less than the price of a barrel of Brent by $16. Right, Frank says, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, we have Article 140, we have HCL. Now that equals Article 8. Article 8 is what every contract country investor has been waiting for. Article 8 tells the people to bring their money into this country of Iraq. They are now secure. All the banking systems are international, modern, up to date. We're even about to add value to it with a new exchange rate. They know what's going on. All right, Mark Z via PDK KRG delegation in Baghdad to resolve outstanding issues. This is the Kurdistan Regional Government. Why is Article 140 important? We were told years ago that when we saw 140 pass, it would be very close to seeing the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. Article 140 addresses sharing money with individual Iraqi citizens. Of course, this is oil and gas revenues for the Kurdish region as well. This was an enormous missing piece that got filled last night. I was reminded of this by folks last night that are way up the chain on this, and they are very excited. The passing of the Article 140 is huge and a big part of the excitement today. Iraqi chatter from overnight is they're going to announce to the world that they changed their rate on the 3rd of December. Theoretically, they need to RV a few days ahead of that. That would mean things need to happen very soon. Seems the 140 implementation has shaken things loose over there and was a massive step forward for Iraq. I think it could be tomorrow or on the 3rd. I think we're in the short of it. No one knows the exact timing until it happens. We just know what they are expecting. All right, Pimpy says I got people out there talking that this next budget we're going to see a huge increase in the Iraqi dinar exchange rate. No, you're not. Let me tell you why. For the same reason I stressed the first time you might not see the exchange rate happen. They were still missing a ton of money. You might indirectly end up financing a terrorist group who stole the money. Remember, ISIS stole a big chunk of the Iraqi dinar, so if they couldn't account for it, then they weren't going to change the exchange rate in fear of accidentally financing a terrorist group. The same could be said for this right here. Article Al-Sudani announces the recovery of large sums from the theft of the century. Over 2.5 trillion dinar has been stolen. They recovered 182 billion of it. In your wildest dream, you think these people are going to turn around and increase the exchange rate knowing that a huge amount of money out there in the hands of criminals and make these people even richer than they are. No, it's not going to happen. All right, Sandy Ingram article, quote, OPEC plus decision did not reduce Iraq's exports. OPEC plus produces 43 million barrels of oil per day. Iraq produces 11% of this total. Supply and demand is still king. Next year's price per barrel will be between $85 and $95, maybe less. OPEC controls and holds approximately 80% of the world's oil. So for now, Iraq's revenue is okay, and for that, we are grateful. All right, Caparoni says Frank 26 claims nobody is under an NDA because they're all talking about it. That's true. Nobody is under an NDA regarding Iraq. All right, Petra article, quote, Al-Fatlawi, the torrent of anti-corruption will affect many names, most notably Al-Kazimi. I believe we heard 150 billion dinars were being returned to the people per the announcement by Al-Sudani. He didn't hold that information back for a reason. He wants not only the people to know his government's actions, but also a message to the international market that they mean business. They will need the secondary market soon, and they need to demonstrate action specific to corruption, and yes, more money to come. Anybody here from Maliki? All right, Frank 26, Firefly Sudani appointed 2 ministers. He says it's about to speed up the preparation of the budget to Parliament. Sudani is becoming an amazing leader for us. He too says he expects the budget to be approved in January of 2023. Frank says that's Sudani. You also have February, you also have March, all these opinions. You also have me pleading the fifth. Claire article quote Turkmen parliamentary bloc holds a conference on attempts to activate Article 140. And lastly, Mountain Goat says Iraq is planning something in early 2023. There is just too many actions going on in the monetary reform now all of a sudden since October to think otherwise. First, there is a new rate in the QFS, and it is fantastic rate. For the months, the rate for the IQD was blank, and now it is recalculated. Second, the new Prime Minister is pushing to get the 23 budget out to Parliament by the end of November, then to have Parliament vote and pass into law by the end of December. If they can do it, we have a very real possibility of a reinstatement in January 2023. At least I am hearing this is a target period for the CBI.